Just getting my names changed for the top and bottom player.
Is this? Sorry, you said this is Dennis and Ryan playing.
Mm-hmm.
They just played game 3.
Did they?
Yeah, Dennis was dark, Ryan was light, and Ryan won that game. So if they're flipping around like that, then I'm sure Ryan's 3-0, Dennis is 2-1.
Okay. I know Ryan is 3-0. So
Yep.
yeah, if you know that they played last round, then someone had to lose. So
Mhm.
hey, CRG, thanks for the subscription. We definitely appreciate that. Thank you guys. All right.
Woohoo!
So, um, bring him before me from Ryan Saren. I don't know his last name off the top of my head. I'm
Sersen, Sersen.
Sersen. Okay, sorry, I definitely have that wrong.
It's all right. We know you can't spell.
Yep, I already said that. Sersen. Sersen.
Yep.
Okay. So he's got bring him before me, and he's starting the map, starting interrupt to get the Jakku site, and then bow to the first order, and one other effect which I'm having trouble making out.
Find out if this is the skull deck.
Yeah, because that's an interesting. I've always liked that deck. It's kind of squirrely and fun.
hmm It is a little one-dimensional, and once you kind of figure out how to play around it, it gets a little easier in that matchup. But I mean, you're still drawing sixes for Destiny and adding a bunch to power. So
Mm-hmm. So we got Walkling, Like My Father Before Me, and Strike Planning from the Yavin 4 Ops deck, and he is playing the epic event, Restore Freedom to the Galaxy.
okay.
It is an optional card. You don't have to play that if you play Yops. And it is Crush the Rebellion, is his other effect.
It's fairly typical.
Yep.
Obviously, you want to protect against clash, but at the same point in time, being able to just search through your deck
And you got to
and make sure
have,
you don't miss pulls.
you can pull I Have You Nows, which is good against the, Luke meta.
Yes, it is.
All right. So, yeah. Ryan Saracen versus Dennis Reinhardt for game 4. Let's see, Ryan is 3-0 and Dennis is 2-1. So this will be a big match if Dennis can stay up in the top, or if Ryan keeps his undefeated streak going. So yeah, we have a few
Yep.
different Yops decks in the field this week. Definitely, I'm a big fan of that deck, and we'll see how if you can take Luke out of the equation with this matchup. Although he is playing Like My Father Before Me, so we got to assume Jedi Luke's and all that. So this could be interesting if Luke gets captured. What
hmm
else does Light Side deck have for the ground?
Yeah, that would certainly be a challenge if with Luke off the table. What else light side? I mean, usually it would probably just be like an EPP Obi or something, but
Yeah, EPP Ray is one I run a lot in Yops because
Mhm.
she's really efficient and gets you to retrieve fours.
Yeah. But EPPs aren't usually very good at holding onto sites, especially when it's bringing before me drawing multiple Battle Destiny.
True. All right, so opening hand Rescue in the Clouds for Light Side.
Saw a Poe in there as
Saw a
well.
Poe in some sort of location. I couldn't tell if it was the 2/2 Yavin site or if it was a Twix site.
It looks like a Yavin site, but
Yeah, I think it's the 2/2 Yavin site. But that was from the
Jedi's
Rescue in the Clouds, so.
Jedi's concentration
How does the
and
Leia shield work again? So the Leia shield works where if you decide to play There Is Another, um, the darker side player doesn't have to lose force to having Luke captured or having Leia captured. But then you can make it so that the Bring It Before Me objective will target Leia instead. But I think the dark side player doesn't lose force. Normally they would lose one force a turn.
right.
Um, so
But unfortunately, that you also can't play reflect Death Star 2 icon Luke.
yeah, that is true. And I'm guessing that he has Death Star 2 icon Luke since he's playing Like My Father Before Me.
Yeah.
So he's pulling Wallix and Leia were his two pulls with strike planning to start the game. General Wallix, he's is he a new version? Let
Yes,
me pull
there's a
him up.
virtual version of him from set 9, I believe.
He's a general, so I'll just search for that. Blissix, yeah, there he is. Okay, what he does is, while he's at a war room, at systems where you have two piloted snub fighters, opponent may draw no more than one battle destiny, and you can't cancel those draws. An opponent must use +1 force to move an Imperial starship away. Okay, so you put him at the Yavin 4 war room, and he basically makes it where if you have two snub fighters, they can't draw any more than one battle destiny. That's pretty good. Yeah, and so yeah, Bastion mentions that you can use the dark side objective to pull Luke, but he used rescuing the clouds to pull a Luke. So
He certainly may have forgotten about that part of the game text. Wouldn't be -2 anyway, though, because of like my father. So
we got a Mataka in the lost pile, and he's got a Mataka on the table. So this probably is the skull uh, nonsense deck.
this could be a very good matchup for it then. If Lightside's ground force is basically intent on using Luke, taking him away.
Yep. So you got the Emperor out with Emperor's power, and that's the Foreseer Emperor, the one that lets you
Yep.
lose a force. So that's what he did to get the Mataka in the Lost Pile. Lose a force, and then you can look at your use pile, your force pile, and the top of your reserve deck and draw a card or whatever it is. And you move them around, manipulate the force that way.
Yeah, you reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. You put one in hand, one in used, and one in lost.
So with strike planning, Tom, he pulled Wallix Blissix and General Leia were the two pulls. I like your username, Tom Hade. That's a very phonetic way of spelling that.
That's just what it sounds like with that accent.
Yeah. So yeah, and Adam is telling us he knows Dennis's deck pretty well, and looks like we might see the Ghost ship, which is Hera's ship.
That would be a ship we don't get to see a whole lot of play, and it's unfortunate because it was one of the OCS foils.
Yeah, it is a good card. I think I actually see that. That's the card that he's got right there in front of us. It's like he's playing with like black and white slips or something.
Oh, Dennis.
Yeah,
Come on, man.
for shame. There's a whole stack of slips in here. Just have someone cut them out for you. So there's the Ghost with Hera on it, and then does he run the Phantom? Because then the Ghost can pull the Phantom, and the Phantom is kind of a cool ship. When it's with the Ghost, it adds a power or attrition destiny or something like that.
You're going to take that sweet AI
AI foil
extended
Hera
version
and
and
stick
put
her
it on a
on
white border, black and
black
white
and white
photocopy.
virtual stuff. Ink is expensive, says Adam. All right, well, I know what I'm getting you for Christmas.
Yeah, so is Dennis's watch, but
All right, so he's got Haven. I'm pretty sure that's Haven on the Yavin system, and then probably pulled that with the Walkling. So yeah, Tom Hade, the Phantom says may deploy with a pilot or move as a react to same system as a Rebel starship, and when it's with Ghost, it adds a Destiny to total power, and it's a Destiny 4 ship that's power 2, maneuver 4, deploys for 2, and forfeits for 4. Hey, Gornall, what's up, Bob? We got a couple Colorado locals who've been watching the stream. I like that.
they
This is
they
my
heard this
ship.
guy Queso was going to be on doing commentary, and they had to
That's
check
right.
it out.
That's right. That's right.
You've got fans, Jerry. You've got fans.
Hey, that's good. Those who can't play Star Wars talk about playing Star Wars all day, right?
Well
Um,
then, damn it.
well, you're at least you're better than I am. So, and then there's the Phantom. I can't see who's on the Phantom. Um,
Ugh. Yeah, sorry, Tom. I'm not typing it. If you're just going to read the chat, yeah, somebody else can type to you all day. put an earphone in.
He's probably running his shop though, right? Curio Cavern.
He could be. He could be. You know, playing with his kids or something.
And to answer your question, Austin, the commentators, I basically volunteered to not play so that I could come out and have fun and be with everybody and provide this service to help get the stream. Right now we have 40 viewers on the stream and we've got 28 in the room. So we're obviously a community that likes to watch this stuff, and I don't mind not playing and being here to help get everybody the commentary. So, and then there's other stuff like I can play, in the team tournament that was yesterday. I can, do some other stuff, but I'm mainly here to be on the marketing team and keep the word out and get this going. So, all right. So
Did you play last night?
I did not actually. I was doing was setting up all the stuff. Um,
Oh,
so I could have played. Also, my wife is here with me on this trip, and we were sightseeing and stuff all day yesterday. So I actually didn't even get in until after the team tournament had started.
oh, that's true. I forgot. I saw your photos you guys posted.
Yeah, we've had a good time. So, what's up, Hayes? How's it going in there? Water? Good plan. Not really. There's like a little snack shop behind the front desk, and they have like some ramen noodles and some frozen pizzas and stuff. But I was thinking maybe we could just like order a pie or get something delivered or something. That might be the better way to go about it. Yeah, because I mean, it's gonna be harder for us to leave. I was gonna just throw $10 at the next person who was walking up the hill, or okay, damn it. All right, sorry, we're just figuring out food situations.
What did Hayes?
I guess they just did a Taco Bell run, but I think Hayes and I will probably just end up ordering a pizza or something. All right, so we've got oh, that's Yonda Donna at the war room. Spies can't deploy there. He's gonna liberate the system there with the drawing the six. He has to stack a card, and now drains are +1 there.
It definitely seems like space is going to be where Lightside wants to spend most of this game.
There's a Tauntaun skull off the top.
But at some point in time, Darkside's going to get Vader out, and then Lightside's either going to have to give up Luke or start losing 3 a turn.
Yep.
I think you give up Luke.
I think you have to give up Luke, even though he's like probably 80% of your ground package. Like, it's gonna be tough to maintain a ground presence without Luke, but we'll see. Trying to see if I can glean some info on what's in his hand, but so we liberated the Yavin 4 system, so now that's a drain of 2. I don't see any other systems on the table, and Yavin 4 Ops can pull more systems. Adam, do you know if he runs more systems in this deck? There's at least the Endor system coming out now. Okay. So I guess is it since he runs strike planning, is that why he's running Endor? To limit the generation, or does that work? I thought you had to have the objective out. I forget how strike planning works. We'll look it up. Yeah, opponent's force drain Endor system is canceled unless Endor operations on table. So yeah, you can pull data system as a 2-0 basically. That's pretty interesting though, because dark side decks that run Endor could end up converting theirs and getting rid of that game text. Perfect. I'm Yeah, I'm pretty easygoing when it comes to pies. I don't like mushrooms, but other than that,
Oh, you guys ordering pizza?
yeah, we're getting some pies. Sounds like. I
I
think.
was actually about to
Go.
order you guys a pizza.
Thanks, Chris.
Sitting here like, all right, well, here we go. I can get the Domino's delivered to the hotel.
Put it on the PC account.
You guys are both volunteering to be there.
I think I
If you
have Scott Lingrell's credit card number somewhere around here.
that is one of the perks of volunteering to go to events. Sometimes they do compensate you with some food.
Yeah, I got along with the prizes that they sent me a couple of foils for volunteering at Worlds. So I got a Flip Falcon foil. Oh, well, hey, I mean, honestly, since they're not going to get a chance to go anywhere for lunch, I think it's probably if we just order like 10 pies and then, well, whatever. How many people are in there? Almost 30. Okay. I trust you.
Yeah, do get Domino's, man. They got that medium pizza $5.99 deal. Get like 10 of them, and every kick in a couple bucks. You're
Yeah.
good.
Torch. Just because I don't like mushrooms on my pizza, you don't know if you can listen to my commentary anymore.
Mushrooms
That's,
are disgusting.
hey, see, Gogolin agrees. You are outvoted.
I'm actually allergic to mushrooms. That's how bad they are.
Oh, wow. I didn't know. Yeah, I'm not allergic. I just don't
Well,
care.
I think they're disgusting, and then I'm allergic to them. But there's a Star Wars game going on here, and it looks like the finalizer's out and set up, and you know Mataka's going to end up moving up off that site, and then you're
Grabs
going
the
to eventually
command.
see Darkseid trying to
So he's
get
going
some
to pull
ground.
PV, I'm guessing, with that command. Or some sort of ad,
Yeah,
maybe. Yeah, there's PV. So you got PV, Mitaka, and one other character. I want to say it might be General Hux
probably.
on that. So that's a fully loaded finalizer.
Yep, that's pretty much all the pilots he's got in that deck.
Suppose there might be a Tarkin or something, but
I suppose that's true. There's probably that, or just some guys who might double up, like Maul, or
Snoke comes out as well.
that would be another used file search.
He must really like that use pile because yeah, he searched through it twice this turn with the Hux and the Snoke. So yeah, shuttles up the Mitaka up there. So that is the fully loaded Supreme no mushrooms finalizer. So some of you guys are saying the stream is frozen. Let me know if there's. We are dropping a few frames, but it's less than 15%, so it's not dire, I don't think. But yeah, maybe refresh your stream and just make sure that everything's running smooth. If it's not, let me know and I'll see what I can do to tweak it. We are on Wi-Fi for this one, unfortunately, so it could be a little.
Really?
Yeah, they apparently the hotel doesn't have in these Galaxy room over here doesn't have the setup for hardwired connection. So their Wi-Fi seems pretty good, and it's not the Wi-Fi that's shared with the rest of the hotel. It's like its own network with its own password.
Yes,
So at
I
least
do
it's
remember
that.
that.
But okay, so a couple of drains off the top. I think it was a Blizzard 4 and a Grand Admiral Thrawn that I saw to the drain of 2 at Yavin. So now
Yep.
we'll see what Dennis has in store. Now that he's got some ships that he can sort of get in front of the finalizer with, or maybe if he puts Luke down in front of Snoke, he wouldn't automatically get captured since Snoke is not an Imperial, right?
No, but Snoke is a Dark Jedi, so that would be an I Have You Now and a
True.
Emperor's Power for 4 Battle Destiny,
That
plus
is,
a Mataka.
yeah, and yeah, all the silly business.
Yeah.
He has an EPP Qui-Gon in hand. Okay, that would be a non-rebel and less battle destinies there. He's going to put General Leia to the war room, which that will kick in Leia's game text regarding Admiral's orders, but Darkseid doesn't have one.
Nope.
And then Dennis is going to draw. So He is going to end up
Dennis.
taking a drain of 2 at Jakku and 1 at the Tunnel Village. But maybe he kind of needed a refresh turn to stock his hand back up and get some more characters or ships. So he's drawn everything. So maybe he was looking for a specific card.
Yep, and Ryan's going to pull firepower, and he can retrieve for Leia being deployed.
That is true. Yep.
Get that Blizzard 4 back.
Yeah, that is a good card to get back too for Ryan. Good play there. That's a pro type play from Ryan, making sure you capitalize on every inch of force that you can get back.
And as we saw in the Brian Fred Joel Olsen game,
One card
one card.
can make all the difference. All right, so now Ryan's gonna probably reinforce his groundless location with. Yep, so he's now got Vader. So now going to Luke with Luke to there is gonna get him captured immediately. Awesome. What Saracen did? All he's doing right now is he's putting Vader out, and I think he tried to search for a lightsaber with I am your father, and that's what we're seeing a reserve deck verify for that. But the pro move I was saying was he pulled the firepower shield to make sure that he could retrieve the Blizzard 4 back last turn. Sometimes forgetting about firepower or things like that you can get a couple force back in each game. That could be a big difference.
Yep. So sometimes, especially too, when it's a good card like a Blizzard 4. That's a high destiny. It's a card with ability. It's a card with a lot of power. So it's not just like he retrieved some random interrupt that maybe he might track around. He's going to retrieve a card that he's very likely going to be able to use again a multiple of ways next turn, later in the game.
Yeah, and like especially with Ryan being kind of a surprise 3-0, I think this might be even his first like major event that he's attended, or at least in a while. So um, I haven't seen too much of him. I think I've played against him on Gemp a few times, but just seeing that he's making those pro plays means that he belongs, being 3-0, potentially 4-0 at this event. So your decks have no space, so you never get to use firepower. Well, play balanced decks. Play balanced
Sounds like
decks, Nate.
sounds like a deck construction error.
I know Nate likes to play Prophet and stuff like that, though. So he's going to move the finalizer in front of the Ghost and Phantom. And Hera has to be with 2 rebels to add a Destiny.
2 rebels or an Imperial.
Yeah, there's no Imperials in space, and I think there's only 1 rebel with her, but I could be wrong. It's hard to tell what's stacked on there.
Currently, I'm sure he's got a few more in hand.
Yeah. Because with the Phantom, and then if you get another one from Hera, you get 2 Destinies plus another one to power from the Phantom.
Right. And if we know we saw Poe earlier, so Poe could add a Destiny as well.
Yeah, that might be Poe that's up there. I feel like it's not a rebel; it's a resistance character. Because you can see Hera, but right in front of her is a different icon there. I'm guessing maybe it's Poe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Imperial Command is obviously going to be a crucial card, limiting. But
Yeah, I think I see one in Ryan's hand, a command. He's got a lot of red cards, so I wouldn't be surprised.
He's definitely got a skull.
He's got a skull. He's got a Kylo EPP, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we're up to 44 viewers on the stream. Thanks, guys, for joining us. We're Game 4, halfway through almost, with the Endor Grand Prix Day 1. We've got 3-0 Ryan Saracen versus 2-1 Dennis Reinhardt. And next time I see Hayes, I'll try to see if he has any more info on this round. I'm not sure if we'll get to see a lot of the skull stuff because, I mean, if I'm Dennis, I got to be real careful about going to ground. There's only one battleground site on the table right now, and
Hmm.
it's very much dark sides.
Well, he can use it in space,
That is true. Yeah, you can use it in space too.
so he can easily add 6 to power or 7 to power with Hux out in space battles.
All right, thanks for joining us, CRG. Hopefully, we'll see you again a little later. And we're gonna have the tomorrow. The stream will be going to crown the Endor champion. So make sure you join us tomorrow. Oh, hey, thanks, Nutritious Music, for the
Woohoo!
subscribe with Twitch Prime. If any guys out there have Amazon Prime, make sure you link it up to your Twitch account and give you one free subscription. And we do appreciate you throwing that our way. If we're giving you content you like, we like the subscriptions. So thanks again, Nutritious Music.
Absolutely. Thank you guys very much for that. And of course, it's one subscription on a monthly basis, and you do have to renew it. Twitch doesn't just automatically renew it for
That's true. But presumably, we're giving you a reason to stop back every few weeks to check out your game reviews or my Holo Theater podcast and
you. Yeah.
live events and other stuff. So, hope the
Mhm.
OCS will be coming back here next month. So, I imagine we might have some OCS streams and all that good stuff. So, stay tuned to the Star Wars CCG PC channel. Check and see how my wife is doing.
I was gonna say, what is she up to?
So
Amusing herself without you?
yeah, so they have this thing in Seattle called a City Pass, where you get like to go see the Space Needle, the aquarium, the harbor tour, the
Oh yeah.
gardens, and you pay like I think it was $90 for all of it. Where normally if you tried to do all of those things, it would be much more than that. So she's going to do the touristy stuff on her own today, doing the Space Needle, doing the aquarium and things like that, and I'm doing Star
Gotcha.
Wars cards. So
You've seen all that stuff before on
yeah,
previous trips?
yeah, I've been to the Space Needle. I've been to like there's a few of the things that are in that list that I haven't seen. Um, but so what did Dennis just retrieve with? I don't
He
think.
initiated battle with Leia,
Yeah,
right, in space.
he initiated battle, and but
I
Leia
think she
also
works at a
works at a
war
war
room.
room. So
Wheel
the
double.
Destinies 2 1s for Destinies, not very good for Dennis there.
Yeah, that is pretty unfortunate.
Yeah, with those not being able to. I mean, you still have to draw really high to get through the finalizer's immunity once PV's on it. I think it's immune less than 9. Um,
8, 10 if it's with the resistance character.
okay, so there's 10 because I'm pretty sure Poe is there. So, but he only got 2. So okay, it was Lando was the pilot on the. I didn't see that he was on there. So if it was Lando and Poe, he should have had 3 destinies.
Well,
Or is
even
Hera not on it? No, yeah, Hera's on it. Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, Hera's there.
And so then if it was
Lando, Poe, and Hera.
Lando, Poe, and Hera, that should be like 4 destinies. If there's 2 rebels with
Wait,
Hera,
did he
she has.
command it?
Maybe he did. Well, he still drew 2 though, didn't he?
The Destiny to power.
Oh, maybe that was the Destiny to Power. Yeah, because yeah, I do see the command stacked. Okay, so that's probably what happened.
That makes a little more sense now. Okay.
All right. Yeah, Adam says he commanded. Yeah, we picked up on that. We might have been talking about other things when that was played. So yeah, the command was played and then grabbed. So yeah, it was just a Destiny to Power and then the 1 Destiny.
So
At
he's
least he
got two
got the
commands
command
grabbed
grabbed.
now.
How's it going in there?
So he's got two of them stuck over there, so that's going to make things a little more challenging.
Yeah, this one actually looks pretty good. So, doesn't Light have a way to limit Dark's destinies? Yeah, they have Blissix, but I don't think either of those are snub fighters. They could run evac control, or they could run rebel leadership. But none of the characters currently in space would work with rebel leadership because there's no admirals. Typically, the snub fighter decks don't run a ton of admirals.
Mm.
I think he's losing overflow before losing the Lando is what's going on here. We got to get him some non black and white virtual slips because it's hard to tell what his cards are. Now that you're, on the stream and stuff, buddy, you gotta get some full color V's.
Have to make that a requirement going forward for any
Yeah, honestly, because it's kind of
featured
hard. It's kind
matches.
of hard to tell what those cards are, especially when it's the full template
Hmm.
virtual slips that have like pictures on them. Like the
Right, you don't even get a clue. Like, is that an effect? Is that an interrupt? What is that?
so Hayes is telling me we got 30 minutes left in the round. Oh, for the food. Oh, okay. Shit. I was gonna say. Sounds about right. All right. So looks like he just moved his ships over to Jakku and let
Yep. And then he's
now
got to lose three at the start of the turn for not
isn't
having Luke on
isn't
table.
Haven canceled also?
If that's what that is on Yavin, then yes, that should also be canceled.
Mm-hmm. Because yeah, he doesn't have Luke out, and he's got Vader on the table, so he just lost 3 force for that. Sokol beat Johnny Chu. Okay, so we have an update for one game.
So they're both 3-1 then.
Johnny Chu lost to Matt Sokol, so they are both now 3-1. Um, Matt Sokol, the recently retired from playing competitive Star Wars, and then gets on the next major event and starts out 3-1 in it. Pretty short retirement for him, huh?
Just when you think you're out, they pull me back in.
There's the Sith probe droid being deployed to the Emperor's location, so now we actually could get the if he does put Luke out, he could move Luke to the throne room and then do the whole
Mm.
song and dance with Bring It Before Me.
Yeah, it's a little harder against Jedi Luke, obviously, because he does subtract 3 from the total. So light side can end up winning the duels.
Yeah, but at least it still is, it's something that could happen.
Yep.
Or at the very
Well, I
least,
think,
you take Luke and you throw him over to the throne room so that way they can't try to get him
yeah.
back
Well, I
as
think right
easily.
now Ryan's doing more damage just keeping his guys where they are, paying a drain or just draining and everything.
Yep. He's got the Vader Saber now. He missed that last turn when you put him out. Must have drawn into it.
So now he'll have 2 and 2, plus the potential 3 loss if he doesn't give him Luke.
I think Dennis has got to think about putting Luke out at this point, but
I'm sure he was looking for his other Yavin site, his battleground, to put Luke over there, away from Vader.
see, I thought he opening handed at that site. That's the thing. I know he has some sort of site.
Yeah, there's a site towards the back of his hand.
Yeah, and I'm almost positive it's that Masasi Ruins 2-2 site.
He and Dennis may have just been waiting for to see if Ryan would overcommit, and now that he's
Now that he
got
has, here comes the site. Yep, there you go. Just like you said.
Snoke, Vader, and Kylo there, I mean, all he has left is Maul, but I mean, Maul's pretty good.
One thing that this deck is susceptible to is an Ellis Hellrod, though. Because
Yes, there is no.
I don't see any insurrection or other sort of card to prevent that. So there is Luke. So now he
Mm.
stops the bleeding from that. Luke goes there. He moves back over to Yavin 4.
And he doesn't have to pay to drain either anymore.
Yep.
But
I'm good on
Darkseid
beverages.
gets another retrieval with firepower from this.
Yeah, I know Dodonna pulls that card into hand, but I'm pretty sure he opening handed to that side anyway. He moved Dodonna over. And one cool thing about Dodonna, doesn't Dodonna say you can't deploy spies to the war room? So, pretty sure he says something like that.
Let's take a look. Got him right here.
I'm not sure if it works at the battleground site, but I'm pretty sure it works when he's at the war room. That you
While
can't deploy.
present at a war room, opponent spies may not deploy here, and your epic event destiny draws are +1. So that would certainly help him liberate some systems and restore freedom.
Which he did to the one system, but then once you as a dark side player control that system, then the restore freedom card goes back to your use pile, and you you I guess
I think it's once you
unrestore
force drain,
freedom.
right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's a drain of total of 4, 2 at Jakku and 2 at the tunnel village.
And there goes Chewie and Rey, so he's down 2 more characters.
Dang. Yeah, EPP Ray. So there's a Maul being played to Luke's site.
Yeah.
EPP Maul. I'm pretty sure we just saw Dennis peel a Jedi's concentration. So we'll see if Ryan has got the ammunition for a kind of skull beatdown here.
He's gonna battle.
He swings at Luke, and I think that hits because it was a 4 and a 4.
It was 2 red cards for sure. Yeah, 4.
I know one of them was
4/4.
maybe a 4/4 or 4/5.
It was the
7
starting
wouldn't do
interrupt.
it. Okay, yeah.
So it was a 4/4.
Luke's swing is a 5 and a 2, which hits.
It's alright. Maul
Goes
wasn't staying
Jyn
there
Erso
anyway,
and
so.
hear me, baby. Yeah, Maul wasn't gonna live anyway. I have you now to add to Destiny.
Yep.
So now Ryan will be drawing 3 battle draws and just 1. And there's a skull. Tauntaun skull to place Mitaka out of play. Add
Yep.
6 to his total power.
7.
7 because it's with General Hux, right?
Yep. Dodonna. What's Dodonna's power? Is he 2 or 3?
I think he's just 2. He might even be just 1.
He's 3.
He's 3. Okay.
Yep.
So that's a
So-
9 power.
+2 from the saber, so it's 11. It's 14 to 11, but light side's drawn or dark side's drawn multiple destinies.
And I guess you would get 2 from the system too, if you're light side.
Oh, what did he just sense there? Is that insertion planning?
That is a card I'm not super familiar with. Yeah, it looks like insertion planning. Hey, Mike Turner is here. Mike Turner, not able to play in the main event, but here on stream with us. He's here doing a swim event for his swim team and able to pop in and say hi to everybody.
Hi, Mike Turner.
Right now we've got Dennis Reinhardt and Ryan Saracen. Ryan's 3-0 versus 2-1. We got Bring It Before Me Skull versus kind of a Yavin 4 ops deck.
7,
This is the game 4. Yeah.
11, 12.
We've
So he's
got
got
39.
26.
Yeah. So more watching than is in there. So
Yeah, I think it's 26
see you,
total power.
good to see you, buddy.
Side. And so it'll be a card stack, and he's going to be peeling a few. Dodonna covers 5, but he still has to lose like 5 or 6 more cards on top of that.
Not going very well for Dennis. So we saw, Darkseid maybe overcommit But the one character he had left would have been Maul, and he had them all and was able to clear Luke off the table.
Mm. Sometimes he's the only one you need.
Yep, Maul can be pretty good.
Now,
Hello,
one of the things I
Parston.
did notice there is that Ryan does seem to be fairly low on life force. He had to.
Hmm.
Uh, he only really had enough to activate and deploy Maul, and that was pretty much about it.
We got Steve Harpster here with me. How's your record so far, Steve? He's laughing. 2-2 so far. So, well, that's all right. There's still plenty of games left. Just don't weasel your way back up. All right. Well, we're all rooting for
There's
you.
there's always at least one 5-3 who makes it every year at this event. So
Yeah, 5-3 could make it. No problem. So you're all right. You all right?
Dennis Dennis spends 6 more,
Gets the Luke back
puts Luke
out.
back down, gets the saber back. So he spent 7 total force.
How did he get the saber back by placing Walkling out of play?
Yeah,
Okay. Dennis not as familiar with Bring Him Before Me. Potentially that could be because he could have pulled Luke from reserve
lost
deck
pile.
or lost pile. Yeah.
Yep.
Moves
Instead he
Leia
deployed
over,
another hand.
and so now he's got the Ghost with Hera at Endor.
Yeah, looks like Dennis is down to about 12 cards though, left face down.
Yep.
And he's going to split up so he can flip and try and retrieve soon.
The thing with flipping is that rebels have to control two systems or whatever. So like I don't think he actually is able to flip yet because he doesn't have. Yeah, so the flip condition is rebels control two battleground systems or if four rebels are on the table. So um, I'm pretty sure it's Poe Dameron who's on the Phantom and he's not.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm pretty sure Wallix is dead. I'm pretty sure the one that's on the Phantom is Poe Dameron. That's why, because he would be flipped if he had a rebel there instead. All right, so now Ryan's gonna put Izard to the war room. Now that Dodonna isn't there, you can put spies there.
Yep. Very patient, very methodical playing by Ryan here.
Yep,
Certainly maximizing his damage.
he's got Zuckuss and Misshunter, which will really help
Yeah, I just saw
against.
that card in his hand and figured it was going to hit the table sooner or later.
Yep, he's gonna lose a card off the top to add a Destiny there. Ooh, there we go. Six and a. I forget what Destiny the Inquisitor is, but I don't. He's probably a one or a two. Oh hey, thanks Dorsch for the bits.
Yep, just a 1. But, that's a total of 7 plus 4 from Zuckus is 11. That's going to, again, stack a card. And Hera only forfeits for 6. So that clears the whole
Yeah.
thing.
So I mean, and you could just move the Zuckuss over because Dennis doesn't have more than 6 ability piloting on the Ghost. I like how you guys are fighting over who gets to be on the bit leaderboard. Keep it up. Throw those bits. Kapow, GG. Yeah, this one probably will be over
Yep.
relatively soon just based on how much damage Ryan is dealing out here.
Yeah, I think Ryan's going to
Only
move.
a 2 card hand for Dennis.
Ryan's going to move to 4-0 pretty soon here and
That's
be
when it
sitting
gets
near the
real
top of the
tough.
leaderboard.
That's when it starts
Yeah,
getting real tough.
yeah. There's no easy games after you start 4-0.
Yeah,
You
because
might have
now,
some easier games to get to 4-0, but after that, yeah, it's a whole lot harder. And we've certainly seen people start 4-0 and finish 4-4 as a result of that. So,
yep, it certainly can be hard. And Ryan is a guy who we haven't really seen in top eights before because he hasn't been to a lot of major events. But we'll
I
see if
think
he
this is
can
his
keep it.
first one.
I think it's his first, or at least first one in a while. So props to him. I know he was in the OCS playing lots of games on GAMP. I see him on there a lot. So
Oh yeah.
he is he's well practiced.
Yep. Could be a breakout star of 2019.
There you go. Yeah, I mean, last year we had guys like Silver Glenn and Lenny punched his first major tournament and was able to almost get
Mm.
top eight in Worlds. And like every year, we're getting new players to the scene who are getting good at this game and bringing more influence and cool deck ideas. I love this skull deck. It's so much fun to watch.
Yeah, it was a very creative thing Seth came up with there. Seth Akery out
Yeah,
of
Seth is a creative deck builder. I remember he had that broken Dark Waters deck back in Legacy where you like couldn't ever get around it, and we had to like errata cards just so that you could not play that deck anymore. So he's good at finding those, sort of like in the Tom Hade vein of deck builders, where you're finding those old school cards and abusing the hell out of them.
Mhm.
So there's
Yeah,
Grievous. He's gonna beat down on Leia real good here. He's gonna steal the lightsaber. Oh, don't you just love it when Grievous steals your lightsabers and then uses them against you? He's gonna swing and hit at Leia.
this should be a good game right here.
Yeah, with no cards in hand for Dennis, I mean, it's gonna play the.
Yep.
Oh, okay, he drew the skull for Destiny. I thought he was playing skull, but he's just drawing it for
I was
Destiny.
gonna say he didn't add a Destiny, but I don't think he needs to.
Nah, because then that costs him a force too.
Well, he could lose the Emperor the effect. I
Oh,
mean,
that's true. Yeah, yeah. You can also lose the effect itself. Once you know that the game is in hand, you can use that as your last one. There's a
right.
handshake. Yep.
I mean, Leia's hit and
Leia's
stack
hit,
a
and he has
card,
no
and yeah,
Hujix, and so that was going to be,
yeah.
that was going to be tough to get around. So yeah, congrats Ryan Saracen for a 4-0 start at your first major event. Not something that happens too often. So props to
No.
him.
This happens all the time, which is why people who haven't played at major events should come to them.
That's
Come
right.
play.
That's right. It does happen all the time.
It's like when you go
Um,
to the casino and you win the first time and you're like, "This is so
this is
easy."
addicting. All right, so that one ended, decently fast. I think we probably have about 15 minutes or so left in the round, but I'm not 100% sure on that.
Let's
Um,
check the details out.
Let me hit stop recording.
Game 4 started at 04, so they've got 16 minutes or so.
Okay, 16 minutes or so. So I think I'll probably put on the intermission screen, and we'll take a little bit of a break here until we get Game 5 going. Get the pairings and stuff, but it's going to be a few minutes until the rest of the games get finished up, because that one did kind of go quicker than most of the ones we've seen so far. So
And now these guys would have time to go run to Taco Bell and
yeah,
get food.
exactly. I think we've already got some pizzas on the way, so that might
Awesome.
make it easier. All right, so I'm going to put it on the intermission screen, and we will see you guys in a few. Thank you much for joining us.